G'day, Guy here from Jackson's 4x4. We've got a neat looking 79 build here for Simon. This one's a silver dual cab. It's one of the last of the old models before the updated GVM. We've got a Jmacx Super Chassis, some ATD bar work, and a few other bits and pieces. I'm going to take you through this build, show you some of the gear we've fitted, and explain it bit by bit as we break it down. So come to the back, we'll start with the Jmacx Super Chassis. So with this one, we cut the factory chassis off just behind the cab, and we weld the full Jmacx Super Chassis clip into place. This gives us a 300mm chassis extension. It gives us an inbuilt rear winch cradle and tow bar. It's got the Brown Davis 185 litre long range fuel tank, and of course a coil conversion, all in the one package. So it's bigger, it's stronger, it's heavier. You've got nice solid tray mounts. It is a great kit from Jmacx to give us that 4495 GVM. Depending on your transmission type, either a 4 or a 4.5 tonne towing capacity, and it gets us legal with the bigger rims and tyres. With this one, we've got the Torqued exhaust system, which is a 3.5-inch stainless steel DPF back exhaust system, and that works with the coil spring rear end and snakes through those coils to make sure we've got clearance. We've got the Jmacx diff housing underneath, which is a fully fabricated diff housing. It's wider to correct the track, and it also gives us that higher rear axle load required for the bigger GVM upgrades. As I mentioned, we've got the 185 litre Brown Davis tank here and the inbuilt tow bar. We've wired up a trailer plug with a genuine Toyota harness so that Simon can do some towing, and we've also wired up some work lights. This wiring's been done so that once the tray's fitted, the work lights can be mounted and that can all be hooked up. With the Jmacx Super Chassis, we also do a brake upgrade. We've got braided brake lines on all 4 corners, and we've also got the Marx 4-wheel drive hydro booster, which gives us a really good braking upgrade. We've got the MPC heavy duty clutch and flywheel to handle the additional load to make sure we can take off and we don't have any clutch slip issues. On this one, Simon's gone for the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss AT tyres. This is the most popular tyre we sell. It's just a great all-round tyre. They're pretty aggressive for an all-terrain, so they do perform well off-road. But for how aggressive they are surprisingly quiet on-road. And as usual, we've got the methods. We do a lot of different rims, but methods are by far the most common that we do. The 305 on this one is the model. It's got the black lip with the machine face, which is a really neat sort of contrast, especially against a silver 79 because it matches up with the wheels, and then the black matches up with most of your accessories. With the Jmacx 4495, we've got a couple of different shock options depending on what you're looking for and what the budget allows. On this one, Simon's gone for the Jmacx Alpha with the manual adjust. So they're remote res, 2.5-inch shock, manufactured by Jmacx. They've got a fantastic warranty, they're really user friendly, and they've got that manual adjustment so you can fine tune the ride comfort to suit your needs. Let's go up the front and have a look at the bar work. So this one's got some bar work from ATD Customs. Clayton and the boys up there do a fantastic job. These are a well-built bar. This one is the 2-post bar, so we've got 2 solid uprights. We've got obviously winch compatibility, driving lights. We've got indicators underneath, inbuilt sort of fog lights or daytime running light bars depending on how you wire them up. And we've got some aerial tabs on both sides. This one has been painted in a graphite finish by Arcoat. We've got a pair of the Ultravision 180 Max driving lights on the front. They're the most common driving lights that we sell if you're happy to spend the money. They are on the pointier end of the price, but they are really good quality light. I run them personally on my car and I get excited every single time I turn them on. They're just an awesome driving light. We've got the dual side rail and step, so that matches up with the bar. We've got an indicator in there as well, and we've got, of course, our grippy tread plates. So one of the things with a lot of side steps on the market, the tread plates are quite slippery, whereas these have a really grippy texture on them, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it does make a really big difference, and something that I really, like about this product. You do have the option to get the tread plates custom laser etched to your business or personal name or number plate. This one doesn't have anything, but that option is there. Up the front, we've got a couple of aerials, one for the UHF and one for the Selfie. We'll go through those a little bit later, but they're on there to match up with each other and look neat. I like the color match on this one, rather than going with the black bar work, which is a bit plain and simple, or the color coded, which is too much for some people if they go the silver on silver. The graphite on the silver is just a different look that you can go for if you want something a little bit more unique. We've got the Safari Rmax 4-inch snorkel. So these are a full 4-inch snorkel from the air intake right through to the airbox. Obviously fully sealed from dust and water, and we do a bit of a modification to the airbox as well to get some more airflow. So that's a really good option to make sure you're all safe with the water crossings, and also to keep the dust out when you're heading out on the dirt roads. We've got the clear view mirrors here. These are the next gen power folds. So they are clear view mirror, dual glass, electric adjust from in the cab, and you've also got the power fold function as well. Hit the button, mirror folds in. So if you need to squeeze it into the garage, get past the tree on a track, whatever you're trying to do where you need a bit more space, you can fold them in at the click of a button rather than needing to physically, force them in. In the engine bay for driveline and engine protection mods, we've done a fuel filter and a catch can. The fuel filter is just going to keep that fuel clean, catch any water that may come through, and you've also got the catch can there just to catch any additional oil vapors that are breathing out of the engine. Also in the engine bay, we've got that Jmacx four-wheel drive hydro booster that we talked about earlier, which is a good brake upgrade. And then inside, we've done a few modifications, so still got a little bit of work to finish off in there, but we've essentially stripped the whole interior. We've done one of our full sound deadening packages, which includes the roof, the back wall, the floor, and the doors. We get a full coverage as much as we can. It really helps to cut down the road noise, any tyre noise, exhaust drone, and also the wind noise as well is a big one that a lot of people don't consider. Obviously, it's a pretty square cab, it's not super aerodynamic, so we find putting that sound deadening layer up on the roof really just sort of helps to insulate everything and cut down on that noise. Once the sound deadening package was done, we put in an Alpine 9-inch head unit. That's paired up with the reverse camera on the rear, and we've also got the Alpine 9-inch speakers. They're fitted into the cruiser console's speaker pods front and rear with the 6.5-inch speakers. We've got the cruiser console's roof console up the top with a pair of touch lights. It's got some switches as well. We've got the cruiser console's floor console, and then as I mentioned with the aerials up the front, we've got a UHF and a Selfie. The Selfie Go is in there, and we've got the GME TX4500 radio. Some of the other electrical we did inside was the Red Arc Tow Pro, which is wired into the trailer plug for his towing. And we've also got a couple of other little bits and pieces in there that are still a work in progress, but essentially once the tray's on, the work lights are all wired up, there's a compressor going in, the build's going to be done, it'll shoot back to the dealer for pre-delivery and clean, and then Simon will be able to come and pick that one up. So thank you, Simon, for choosing Jackson's 4x4 to build your new cruiser. It looks fantastic. We can't wait to see it once the tray's on the back. If anyone has any questions about a build like this, feel free to jump on our website, shoot through an email, or chat to the boys on the phone. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, turn on the notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.